Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Royal Stone. Eva and her forces are finally at the floating island Barodesia, the home of the Empire. She had a little bit of difficulty getting here because the King of Vera, who has the power to open a portal between Vera and Barodesia, he didn't want to send Eva. He was afraid that she was just basically throwing her life away. It took the convincing of the other leaders of the nations that had Royal Stones. So it was General Gravis of Sor, King Martalia of Martalia, and then Pendragon, the Lord of the Beasts, to convince the King of Vera that, hey, Eva's the person we have to put our faith in. She's fought the Empire multiple times, and she's never lost. So, she's basically our only hope. Now, somebody who doesn't have any hope is basically Empire here. This battle here is really easy. The forces consist only of fighters, rangers, and knights. 3 of each type. So there's 3 fire, 3 water, 3 wind. Fire is going to lead the charge, which is not good because we want to mainly gain levels for our Griffin, and a Griffin is weak against fire, so it's going to be a little difficult these first few turns. The main difficulty, though, of the entire battle is defeating all the enemies before the boss. The boss is going to be very aggressive, and he's going to charge out to confront our forces. And sometimes, if the enemy, their forces, will move to the corner where that, on the cliff, to the south of the village. Basically, if you move a character to the right of that little turn in the road there, it'll prompt the enemy to move down. I guess the targeting is basically trying to get to the closest line to your characters, but they don't realize that they can't go down the cliff. So those enemies, that if they do go to the cliff, they'll fall behind the leader. And you just gotta watch when fighting the leader that you don't defeat him before the other minions are taken out. So like I said, we know the fire characters are gonna go first. They run out first. So we're going to weaken them up here a little bit. Good thing is the enemy here has no bishops, no magic users, so no bishops to heal, no magic users to attack from afar, and no annoying evokers, like Dwar was in the last battle. We will unfortunately have to fight some evokers, wizards, and bishops, 2 of each, in the next battle. This is actually a 2-part battle. After we defeat this forces, we will be ambushed by Vadim and his forces that are returning from Sor. They also, remember, Vadim's forces also defeated Luminette. So the computer was actually pretty smart here and decided to go after my weaker wind character, Scroll the Ranger. I just have Ranger and our Knights here just to potentially gain some experience. Not that they're a priority. Our priorities are the Griffin, and then Perlis, and then Eva. We want to max out the Griffin, try to max out Perlis. Eva, we want to max out, but we don't have to max her out right away, because in 2 battles, there's going to be a golem that we can recruit. And so we basically want to get Eva to the point where defeating that golem will max out her experience. Because if we max out her experience, then have to fight that golem, because she's the only one who can recruit monsters, we'll be wasting that experience. Experience is tight enough as it is. It's, like I said, we'll never max out all our characters, but we're going to try to max out as many as we can. Try to plan the experience growth to do that. Maybe I'll do another playthrough of this where instead of using an evoker and monsters, I will just I'll use another wizard. That'll powerful in a future battle, having 2 wizards, and just using the fighters and the rangers, not worried about monsters, because the other reason I was really using monsters was because to use the evoker class. Just like I did with, Crystal Warriors. I did 2 playthroughs of that. One collecting all the characters, and then one just with the initial army. So I may come back to this game in the future. I have other games though to play. Though I have some minions that I promised their pets would be heroes in future games. This game we couldn't rename Eva the main character, so I couldn't use a minion for this one. But I will be able to use a minion in my next playthrough. I'm going to be playing the Zelda Oracle games. So get back to Zelda. I haven't played Zelda in a while. I have a bunch of Zelda games, and I'm going to get the Zelda Classics up and running. But focusing on my console games, that way I don't have to move my capture card around. And gonna move our Perlis here in front of Skrull. There's still that fire character there, and he would come right after Skrull, being that he has an elemental advantage. As you can see, Skrull is hurting him. He'd probably be defeated by that fire character. Now, it's not important that, you don't get a better ending if none of your characters dies. And the game gives you so many characters that if 1 or 2 die, it's not like you're going to be really hurting. The way we have it, we always have 3 characters that we're not going to be able to use because you can field 9 at a time. So if you lose a few characters, it's okay. But of course, I don't like to lose characters, and just like I did with Crystal Warriors. So, ouch, he was taking some beating here, but luckily she didn't defeat that character, and so no one else can attack her. That's the terrible thing about when you have wizards, because they can sneak in and pick you off from afar. But like I said, we don't have to worry about that for this battle. We just have to worry about getting the experience we need to the characters who need it the most. Would probably be a good candidate to max out if she had the boost, but she doesn't have boost, so not really. She may just sticks back. Her Draino spell is very effective for several reasons. One, it takes off 1/4 of a character's hit points, and some of the bosses coming up are going to have massive hit point pools, so she'll do a lot of damage the first few times she attacks. And as you can see there, if she gets attacked by a physical attacker, she can heal herself up. So she managed to do 100 damage to that water character and didn't suffer any damage herself. I mean, she did get hit, but she healed all the damage that she took with her drain spell. It's a good thing the Griffin got a critical hit there. If he didn't get a critical hit, that character would have been in critical hit range, and then they would have maybe blocked. Might not have even finished them. All these characters are all pretty weakened up that we'll be able to finish them off easily. Now just looking at the other characters remain. We got a water character, a wind character, and then they're fighters so they can block. And then we have the boss who's a water ranger. So you can use that special attack. Finish this guy off. She played a little risky. If she would have missed, that guy kind of would use the special and defeated Eva. Took a little bit of a risk there, but let's heal Eva up here. And we'll look at our other characters, see who needs healing. As you can see, this battle is pretty much almost over. The main thing we just gotta worry about is, like I said, making sure that leader doesn't pass away before we defeat his minions. Unfortunately, the way I have my character set up right now, the leader's going to come right after our Griffin. As I said earlier, the leader is a ranger, can use that special attack. The leader's also water, which means that he is weak against that griffin. So we've got to be careful. Let's take this guy down. Level 2 elemental spell, very, very powerful. Should be in pretty much critical range for whoever wants to fight him. Let's see who goes after him. He's going to go after Perlis. That's okay, because Perlis is one of those characters we want to level up. Although I don't want to fight him now with Perlis, because if I defeated him with Perlis right now, that water character probably would have went after Perlis, and we could have potentially lost him. So we just thought a few rounds ahead and just had Perlis flee. He can get maybe another attack in later. Ouch. With that special, even though he's elemental weakness. So I gambled a little bit here. If I would have done a critical hit, I would have finished this guy off. I would have lost some experience, but luckily it worked out well for me. And he is, what, 17 away, it looks like. And this guy is 18, so that'll perfectly max out on Griffin. We'll get, just lose 1 experience. And there's that critical hit. And here's our maxed out level Griffin. And when we finally get to another town, after we defeat Vadam's forces, we will attach him to our evoker. So now we're just going to move our characters up this way. Because like I said, this is a 2-part battle. So we're going to move all our characters as far up as we can. And that'll and heal as many people as we can, so that when Vadam's forces appear, we're fresh. Heal our Griffin. Like I said, the next battle is going to be really, really tough with all the evokers, bishops, and wizards. So even though the Griffin is max level, he's still going to participate a little bit in the fight. I just won't have him defeating any enemies. Because remember, you only gain experience if you defeat the enemy. So he can still partake in the battle and soften enemies up to allow other characters like Perlis and Eva to gain the experience. Speaking of gaining experience, we'll have Eva finish off the boss here. One hit will finish him off. And we're going to get immediately ambushed by Lord Vadam and his forces. Unfortunately, Lord Vadam is going to commit another error, similar to when he attacked Sor. He is going to basically tell Eva that he defeated Luminette. Ugh. And that's going to make her really, really angry. Ah, Eva, you truly never cease to amaze me. There's 12 characters with them, wow. Vadam! Oh, don't give me that look. Your friend looked so much prettier when she died. Luminette, I think her name was? What? You know, her last words were, "I'm so sorry. I can't ever imagine why." You monster! I'll have your head. Unfortunately, she does not get his head. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. Behold, the true power of a royal stone. The might that levels Sor. Vadam's going to escape this battle again after we defeat him. He's a slippery little snake. Huh? And he's going to try to channel the power of the royal stone again, just like he did with Sor. But we got a Deus Ex Machina here. Literally, because Sacrolix, the god who created, the god of light who created the royal stones, is going to appear and basically prevent Vadam from doing the same thing he did in Sor. Why is that working? Because the appearance of the god. That stone won't obey you any longer. The hell? Who are you? How did... I am saddened that you do not recognize the stone's creator. Sacrolux? I turned a blind eye to the mattered sword, and I regret that. I'll not make that mistake twice. Sadly, he will not join our party. He'll just be basically there giving us moral support. Eva, go forth. He'll also give us a lot of exposition in a future episode. But that'll be coming up later, so take care, have a good one. See you in the next episode where we confront Vadim. Bye!